Everybody to this evening's presentation on ASEA and Redox signaling molecule technology. My name is Justin and this is
Nicole.
And we are very proud and privileged to be what we call Ambassador Diamonds in ASEA. And tonight we're going to run you through some information that just potentially could change your life. It doesn't matter whether you're here because you're interested in health and wellness, you might have a health challenge, or you may wanting to be looking more beautiful for longer. You may be interested in anti-aging.
Or athletic performance, which is not my thing.
That's right.
I'm 5 foot tall, not so good in that area.
Enhanced athletic performance, that's right. Or you might just want to have a change of life and have improve your quality of life and have more time and money freedom. Who wouldn't want that? Yeah. All right. So tonight, let us talk to you about ASEA and the incredible opportunity that ASEA represents. So why are you here today? Do you need support with a health challenge, or do you know someone that has a health challenge that really needs this technology in their quest to have a better life, a healthier life? Do you want to live younger for longer? This anti-aging technology is amazing. Or are you looking for additional income and lifestyle? I want you to ponder these questions because as you listen to tonight's presentation, you might just hear something, you might find some information that really could be the answer to your prayers that could change your life in any of these areas.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to share with you a little bit about our ASEA story and, how we came to, now be spreading the message of ASEA all around the globe. So I had suffered with fatigue issues for most of my life since the age of 13. I'd had them for 25 years and I had tried a lot of things. I'd seen a lot of different therapists and I had some good results. However, I still had this underlying fatigue all the time and it really impacted my ability to live my life to the fullest. I did have a successful career and ran a successful business, and weekends involved me having to rest a lot and kind of take time out because I just had this underlying fatigue issues. So someone told me about ASEA and I thought, yep, sure, I will give it a go. Didn't really expect it to do very much because I'd been seeing some of the best therapists that we knew of and had tried so many things. I started to take it and in 3 weeks, my fatigue completely disappeared. It was completely resolved. Now for me, remembering I said I had this since the age of 13, I didn't even know what it could feel like to not have that underlying fatigue. I didn't have any conscious frame of reference for that. So it opens up a lot of possibilities for how I could live my life. Doing more things on the weekends. Now we water ski. The possibility of having a family, because I was like, I didn't even want to do that because I was so tired. I was like, how could I do that? So that's what it really opened up the possibility of for me.
So my background is 22 years in health and wellness now, and I had some big health challenges too. I started at the age of 18. I'd been bitten by a tick, and I didn't think much of tick bites at the time. Many people didn't realise that they were a challenge. I also had two back injuries, and I had glandular fever. So from a very young age, I had aches and pains and periods of fatigue. Fatigue so bad that I had to pull the car over and go to sleep. Like, it was pretty bad.
We were a fun pair.
We were fun. We just weren't super healthy. So, we had a lot of challenges. I also had a lot of strange neurological spasms and things like that. So my career was really about learning about health and wellness and how to heal. I studied all sorts of things like nutrition, kinesiology, massage, reflexology, traditional Chinese medicine, all types of natural complementary medicine. I ran wellness clinics. I went and did paramedics. I was a paramedic for a number of years. I studied personal training and did Qigong and Tai Chi lessons for many years, taught lessons, worked in gyms, had private practice. And this is a picture of me when I bought my dream business, what I thought was my dream business and the best way that I could provide holistic healthcare to people. This is the Natural Therapies clinic. There's 4 rooms out the back there and a franchise, a health food shop with over $120,000 worth of product there. But this is traditional business. My whole background was always traditional business. I had no experience in direct sales or network marketing, referral-based marketing business systems prior to our experience with ASEA. And thankfully, someone called me and called us and introduced us to this redox signaling technology, which I'd never heard of before. That was a completely new term to me, and now I understand it to be a totally different category of science to nutrition and homeopathy and herbs. It's a different category, totally different science, and how it works in the body is very, very different as well. And so we started using this technology, and thankfully we both recovered. So what happened with this shop is, in traditional business, and this is what it cost me. It cost me $300,000 to set this up. It was massive overheads. I turned over close to $1 million a year. I never earned a dollar profit. I had a lot of staff, a lot of headaches, and a lot of red tape. And I worked big, long hours. It was common for me to do 80-hour weeks. The global financial crisis came along in 2011. We live on Bribie Island in Queensland. It's a big retirement area. And when people's shares portfolios started halving and their supers started to go right down, people stopped spending money. And literally within a few months, it forced me to close the shop, which forced me into bankruptcy. And my dream business turned into my nightmare. And that caused a lot of stress for me. I had a massive health challenge from that. My health collapsed. And for the next 18 months of my life, I got worse and worse and worse. And I went through the medical merry-go-round. I couldn't couldn't get a diagnosis, couldn't figure out what was wrong with me. I had massive shakes. I had light sensitivity. Everything hurt. I had massive fatigue. By mid-2013, I was often bedbound. And I honestly wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my wife. Sometimes she would go to work and she would leave a couple of litres of water by the bed, and that's all I would have all day because I was too exhausted and too much pain to get up and get myself food. So it was pretty bad. But thankfully, someone called us and introduced us to redox technology, and I used that. I eventually sent my bloods to America, and it came back that I had 2 multisystemic bacterial infections, mostly transferred from tick bites, and also like an autoimmune disease of the thyroid that caused low thyroid function. I had an integrative holistic medical approach to resolving that. I worked with a fantastic team, and I also used this redox technology, and I fully recovered by the end of 2013. And since then, I've only met a small number of people that have been able to do that. I've met a bunch of people in the US that have also used the redox technology to overcome that specific health challenge. And our life completely changed. So that was amazing. And then what happened for us was I was in an integrated medical clinic. I was working, and it was August 2014 that ASEA was launched into Australia. And our friends overseas sent us some of the Renew 28, the gel, and I started putting that on patients in the clinic. And I very quickly saw a remarkable, a really radical increase in improvement, and that blew my mind. I saw a technology that was very powerful. It was very safe, had no contraindication to any medication, and it was very cost effective. And that's what changed everything and started us on our journey with ASEA. For 20 odd years, I'd been giving a man a fish and feeding him for a day, as far as giving people health products, selling health products to improve their health and wellness. But with ASEA, because when people share it, they have an opportunity to earn an income as well. And one particular lady in the clinic, she couldn't even turn her head 90 degrees. And she'd spent $300,000 on her health, been sick for 13 years with the same condition that I'd had, but 40 years she'd been crook. And she was mainly bedbound. And when she got this improvement, she posted that on Facebook, and she started earning a residual income from sharing this technology, which helped pay for her product, and that helped her to get better. And that's where I realized that I was not only able to give a man a fish and feed him for a day, but actually teach him to fish and start to feed him for life. And that really changed our life. So we, with no previous experience in network marketing or direct sales, we got involved with ASEA, and we've gone on to create a completely different lifestyle. And this was us at a convention, international convention at Disney World in Florida, and we're actually water skiing there with some of some of our friends in ASEA. And Nicole's actually pregnant there. We didn't even know at the time because our health had improved so much. We're having a lot of fun. This is our lifestyle now. We often go for walks in the morning with the puppies and baby Joy. We get to stay at home. We co-parent our little girl. We have more time, money, freedom than ever before. This is baby Joy doing a presentation. We're
Teaching a young.
Yeah, training a young. So we've spoken to groups of people around the world now. This is
sharing the molecules in someone's home, baby Joy. You know, she's giving the present, getting ready to present there.
This is an in-home presentation. This is one of the big groups we had in Brisbane, a few hundred people there. And it's just been an absolute joy, and it's so rewarding to share ASEA with people, to see people's lives transform, and to see people increase their prosperity and abundance, and really to see people unlock their potential and fulfill their purpose on the planet. That's the biggest thing about ASEA. And this is a very special photo to us. This is Vertus Norton, our primary founder, the man that led the charge in developing this technology. He came out of retirement to give the ASEA to the people of the planet. And he's just such a noble man. He has such incredible integrity and principles on life. And this was a trip that we won with ASEA to Cancun, Mexico. They paid for flights, accommodation, all our food. It was a fantastic party. And yeah, it's a very special time of our life. We got to spend a lot of time with Vertus. He's now gone back into retirement, but just an absolute amazing man and a great time that we had. Mm-hmm. So our life's very different. We now have a residual income that exceeds our living expenses. You know, it's amazing. We are stay-at-home parents. We have new friends and community all over the planet, and we have time freedom and location freedom. We have a laptop lifestyle. We can, just with the internet, our computers and our mobile phone, we can work from anywhere in the world. And that all happened in less than 4 years. You know, we went from, you know, I was nearly dying and bankrupt in mid-2013 to now we have just incredible freedom and amazing quality of life.
So think about where you are in your life right now. Where do you want to make some changes? Where do you want to improve and enhance your life? How do you want to change your future? And think about what your story could be as you listen to the rest of the information tonight, and about how ASEA can make a positive impact in your life. So let's talk a little bit about health. So health does begin at our cellular level, and they've known this for a very long time. If we have healthy cells, that travels all the way up through our body, and we are a healthy person and hopefully happy and fulfilled and can get a lot out of life. What they understand now is that redox signaling are the smallest particle of physical communication that happens between our cells. And if our cells don't have these molecules and can't talk to each other properly, guess what? They don't work properly, and we start to have cellular breakdown, and then other things in our body start to break down too.
Yes, and this technology is less than 20 years old. There's been 5 Nobel Prizes on it, and there's a whole lot of independent science. There's over 15,000 peer-reviewed journal articles in PubMed.gov, the world's largest database of medical journals. And this is all independent science, and it is proving that redox signaling molecules is foundational to all cellular health. And that includes not just humans and animals, but even plants. Any cellular life form, redox signaling molecules is how our cells talk.
So all of us are getting older every single day, right? And, you know, maybe some of us eat a perfect diet, and maybe some of us don't eat so well sometimes. We all have stress. Pretty much everyone has stress at some point in their life. And sometimes our life is more stressful than it is at other times. And very sadly, we are all exposed to environmental toxins. So even just with aging, without any of these other things, we produce fewer and fewer redox molecules as we age, okay? And this means things are starting to break down. Our cells cannot talk to each other as well as what they once did as the aging process happens. So you can think of this like your mobile phone. The mobile phone might, you know, stays the same, but you can go through areas of different signal strength. And as you age, your redox signaling strength is declining. So if you think of this like your mobile, when you've got 5 bars and 4G, you can stream YouTube, you can watch all those funny videos of goats. I like the goat ones that people post on Facebook. And everything works properly. You can have clear communication and conversation.
And that's like 13 to 14 years of age, where your redox is at your maximum. After that, it just continues to decline.
And, you know, when we get older and we're, you know, heading towards our 70s, it's like 1 bar to SOS, you know. We can't stream video, we can't have a conversation because we're missing all of these words, and maybe we can get a text sometimes. And the decline happens as we age. So around the age of 40, we have around 50%. So things are really starting to not work as well as what they once research once did. So Redox can help us with this.
If we can increase our cell signal strength, just like a mobile phone, the phone can start to work properly again. Our cells can start to work properly again. And that's what we see when we add Redox with people. We see their cells healing like they were younger. They have an increase in the cellular function. So it doesn't matter what part of the body we're talking about. Redox signaling molecules is foundational to all cells. So we're talking whether it's a heart issue or a lung issue or a digestive issue, neurological issue, a skeletal system issue, or a skin system, integumentary system. It doesn't matter. If there's a problem with a cell, there's a problem with the cell signaling. So if we can increase our redox molecules and get our redox balance correctly, we can potentially help any cell in the body. And that's what we see. Our experience is just mind-blowing at how this technology has radically improved people's health and well-being.
So maybe you've heard about genes. And, you know, you hear about these genes. You've got this gene for cancer and this gene for obesity. You hear it in the media. But did you know that 95% of our genes are not fixed and that we actually have the power to influence these? Now, our genes tell our cells what to do. And science shows that lifestyle changes and biochemical cellular factors can activate a gene where it should be expressed for our health, or not activate a gene where you don't want it activated because that would cause a health concern. So this is really, really powerful. You can read more about this on page 16 of this book, Healthy Cells, Healthy Life, Balancing Redox for Better Health. And what he says in this book is that Dr. Rob Ward, who wrote the book, says, I know of no better resource than supplementing redox molecules if we want to impact our cells foundationally. Now, remembering if we have healthy cells, we're healthy. Think about what he is saying in this quote. That is powerful. There's no better resource than supplementing redox molecules.
So thankfully, along comes this amazing company called ASEA Cellular Health, and their flagship technology is redox signaling molecules. This is the only company in the world that has balanced, bioidentical redox signaling molecule products. That means that these redox molecules that are in these products are exactly the same as what we make in our body. So what is this technology? So this is redox cell signaling molecules. And what does that do? That helps our cells know what to say. Our cells can talk, and it turns our genes on. And why do we need it? We need it because all of us, our cells are breaking down. All of us have environmental toxins. All of us are aging, and all of us can do and benefit from more redox signaling molecules.
So ASEA's flagship technology, you can use the ASEA beverage, which is something that you drink, and then they have products that you apply topically. The Renew 28 Revitalizing Redox Gel and a serum. ASEA also has some fantastic cutting-edge beauty products that bring together the best of nature and science that work with the redox so that you can look even younger than, you know, because we all like to look younger as we get older. And also some wellness products. So, you know, we need to have the right nutrition. It's very hard to get that out of our food these days. And very soon, in the next few weeks, ASEA is going to be launching its first nutritional product designed to enhance the efficacy of its redox technology.
So ASEA's products are really cutting edge. They're very smart, intelligent products, and they can give some amazing health benefits. So this is just a few photos of how it's working.
So look at these. You can see the definite changes in people, and this is in just 28 days of applying topical redox through Renew 28. You can see less wrinkles, less redness, reduction in scarring, all sorts of things going on. Now, this is just a sign of cell damage on the outside. Aging, right? Cell damage on the outside of the body that you can see with your eyes. So if it is reversing this cell damage on the outside, and you can clearly all see this for yourselves, you can ask yourself the question, what could redox be doing inside my body on things that I can't see?
You may not be able to see it. You may not be able to feel it, although many times we do feel it. But redox has the potential to seriously change our internal cellular metabolism as well. So looking at ASEA is not, they're not medical products. So ASEA and Renew 28 is not intended to prevent, diagnose, treat or cure any disease or medical condition, but ASEA's products do increase our cellular signaling, which increases cellular efficiency and increases our cellular function. And that empowers our body to heal as though it was younger. And look at what the experts are saying. This is Anne Louise Gittleman. She is known as the first lady of nutrition in the US. That's a pretty profound title. She's had more than 30 books that she's published, many are New York Times bestsellers. And she says that ASEA, in my humble estimation, is the greatest advance in lifestyle medicine, which harnesses the power of our own body to keep you well. She's even got a chapter devoted to ASEA in her last book, which is pretty significant. The way ASEA works is it heals our body like we naturally heal, but accelerates that. So it's a very holistic approach. Dr. Gary Samuelson is a devoted scientist. He's an amazing man. I hope you get to meet him one day. Both meetings I've had with him have been quite profound, and he really is devoted to helping humans overcome health challenges. He's a beautiful man. He's a medical atomic physicist, and he actually stabilized the redox signaling molecules in ASEA. He says this technology has the potential to spearhead the greatest advances in health we have ever seen. And there are hundreds and thousands of healthcare professionals and health and wellness people in this industry that are agreeing with this technology and agreeing with those opinions and the science that's coming out. And there's a lot of validation. So there's internal validation. ASEA spends millions of dollars on research every year, and you can find some of that information at ASEAScience.com. And some of the certifications on the manufacturing processes and the product certification, plus a whole bunch of studies that demonstrate the health benefits of the various products, the safety studies and so forth. ASEA has a medical board and it has a scientific advisory council, and there's a whole bunch of information there. But as I said, there's also a lot of external science and independent science, like in the 15,000 peer-reviewed medical journal articles on PubMed.gov. And this is an article from the Huffington Post, which is a very well-known news service and an information service in the US. And they came out with an article saying that the 5 emerging technologies in science that will shape our lives in the coming years. And redox signaling technology came in at number 4. Now, remembering that ASEA is the only company in the world with balanced bioidentical redox signaling molecule products. So ASEA really is a unique opportunity. It's the only supplier of this technology globally.
So let's take a little bit of a look at the genesis of ASEA. So Vertus Norton and his son Tyler were the incredible founders of this company, and they came across this technology and they knew it was something really, really special. And so they worked to stabilize the technology, and they started to use it in their local community with some people who had some very, very big concerns, and they didn't really have anywhere else to turn to. And they were getting better. They were improving, and they were amazed by the results they were seeing. So originally they were going to sell it to a big pharmaceutical company. That was their plan, to get the technology so it was stable and sell it to a big pharmaceutical company. And they had a huge offer for a lot of money, generational wealth for their families from this pharmaceutical company. But the condition was they had to withdraw all the product from the people who were using it. And they were very concerned about this because they knew that this was the only thing that was allowing these people to get better and to be with their families. So they said no to the money and yes to putting this into the hands of the people. Now, Vertus Norton was the vice president of strategy at Kraft Foods. So when he did his analysis, being a very clever man, he knew the only way to get a unique product like this out to the market was through word of mouth or network marketing. He knew this was the most effective channel to get new customers, and he also knew that a product as unique as ASEA also needed to be shared with people with personal stories. And I'm sure the person who has invited you tonight may have their own personal story, or someone that they really care about that has had a personal story with ASEA's products.
So Nicole and I had no previous experience with the network marketing or direct sales industry prior to coming into contact with ASEA. So we really didn't understand the scope of it. But when we started to get involved and research the industry, we realized that this industry is in massive growth and is highly successful. So globally, the network marketing industry annually has a $183 billion turnover. And that dwarfs a lot of the other industries that many of us think are big industries. But network marketing is massive, and it's rapidly on the increase. It's actually grown by 57% in the last 5 years. The publicly listed companies in network marketing, and ASEA is not one of them, but they're actually the second highest performing stock on the stock exchange in the US. And a lot of the world's wealthiest and very influential people actually own network marketing companies, such as Warren Buffett and Richard Branson and things like that. So pretty amazing. But what's even more amazing is the success and the ethos of ASEA. It's completely blown us away as we've got to become more and more involved with this industry. We've found that the leaders in this industry are extraordinary people, because you only succeed by helping other people succeed.
So ASEA has been a huge success story, being profitable since its first year. And they've now been in operation for about 8 to 9 years, so going on 9 years now. So most companies, including network marketing companies, actually go out of business in their first 5 years, and ASEA is well past that. They own their own manufacturing facility, distribution centers all over the world, ship to 30 countries, and they've had almost $500 million in sales since they've started. But most importantly is that it's changed hundreds of thousands of lives all around the globe. And that's what really matters, is the people. So something that the founder, Tyler Norton, says, and you know, this is really very true, and I've found this as I've become more involved with ASEA, is at the end of the day, it's the people that matter most. So you need to, you know, provide a solution to the pain that people have in their lives, whether that's their health, their finances, someone that they care about that is having a health struggle. You can help them by providing a solution to what they need at that point. You can reach your potential with ASEA. So I had a very successful career. I ran a project management company, and I did that for a number of years, and I got paid really, really well for doing that. So I was on a really good income, and I thought network marketing was something that people just who wanted to earn a little bit of extra money a month did. And, you know, I never was interested in that because I had a really good income. And then someone showed me this, and I was like, wow, you can actually earn the kind of money that I am used to earning as a professional in network marketing. So, you know, we were able to do that. We were never done this kind of business before. We were able to get in and work really hard and create that. And it's a residual income. So you can have time off and you still get paid, which was very different to when I was consulting. If I wasn't working, I wasn't getting paid. So yeah, it really can be anything that you want it to be.
And as we've discovered, as our career has developed in network marketing, and we're now considered to be, you know, in the highest percentage, less than 1% of successful network marketers in the world, we've really discovered that with consistent effort and a 3 to 5 year business plan of doing the right actions consistently, that you really can achieve incomes in excess of the top professionals through network marketing. And it's a phenomenal business model that is so different. But when you really grasp it, it's a very, very powerful business model. So where do you see yourself? So many of us, when we start this, and we did too, we just wanted the products and we wanted to see a change in our health and well-being. And it dramatically did that. And many, many people just want to do that and get the benefits from this incredible technology and enjoy that. But as time goes on, people often know other people that are sick. Nearly all of us know people that have health challenges. And so you may want to become a sharer or even a home-based builder. You may want a little bit of part-time income. You may want enough to pay for your products and a little bit more. And so there's an opportunity where you can do that and just in your part-time earn $500 to $1,000 a month supplemental income. But if you understand the vision of ASEA, of what it is, you understand that this is a company based on principles and people over ego and economics. It's a very clever company. It's a unique opportunity. It's the only company in the world with this technology. It's rapidly growing all over the planet. We're currently fully operational in 30 countries, and that's expanding all the time. And the company's only 9 years old. You know, it really is an opportunity to transform your life. And if you choose to, you can have the laptop lifestyle. You can be a wellness entrepreneur. and build a home-based residual income business. And that's what we chose to do. And I really wish we'd done it 20 years ago, but we're very lucky. ASEA was the first company that we ever looked at the business opportunity, because it's just an amazing opportunity. And we are exploding in Australia and exploding in the Australasian region. So it's really, you know, if you want to get on board, there's never been a better time to get on board with ASEA. The business tools are getting better all the time. We've got fantastic events in Australia, and we're launching a whole bunch of countries in Asia this year as well. So
get back to the person, you know, that invited you to come along and listen to this tonight. Send them a message, give them a call, and say, you know, this is what I liked about what I heard, and this is where I see myself with ASEA. But let them know, and they will help you. Whether you're a 1, 2, or a 3, they're going to help you get what you need for where you want to be involved with ASEA, and they'll connect you to the right people. So in closing, I always like to express my gratitude to Vertus Norton, who is the amazing founder of ASEA. He's now retired, and I'm very grateful to him for bringing these products to the hands of people, for changing my life, for allowing me to go out and share them with people and see many, many other lives blessed and changed. And what he says is, we are all at the start of something big with great purpose. And right now is the moment that we begin influencing the future. We can change the world. So you as one person can have a huge impact that you don't even know about with someone you have never met. So, you know, don't be shy. Share this with people. Share your experience and really make a difference in the lives of others.
It all starts with the first one. It started for us. We shared it with one person, and now we have a global business with thousands and thousands of people involved. And the reward that you get from that, not just the financial reward, which is great, of course, but the fulfillment that we have and the stories that we hear of personal transformation and people overcoming health challenges, there's nothing better than that. It's the best thing we've ever done in our lives. So we did have a question as to whether this is going to be recorded tonight. This is recorded, and it will be available not just now, but in a few days' time on www.redoxdiamonds.com. That will be a YouTube channel that will have all of these recordings on. And we also have these calls, expert in the house calls, every Wednesday. And the time frame is 5 p.m., 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Queensland time. So it's 1 hour later in New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania and ACT. A couple of hours later, a couple of hours earlier in WA. So that would be 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. And that time zone is the same for Singapore and Hong Kong and Bangkok.
Visit our Facebook page, ASEA AU Diamonds. You can go there and like the Facebook page. It's the Facebook page shared by all the diamond leaders in Australia, and you will find all of the details of these calls there from next week.
And this next week's call is going to be Geoff and AKIKO Wood. They're diamonds from Sydney, amazing leaders in their own right. They've had some incredible experiences with ASEA, and it's great to listen to these on a regular basis where you see people come from all walks of life. Not everyone comes from a health and wellbeing background. Nicole was a project management strategic transport planner professional. Geoff is an accountant. Has been running an amazing practice. So people from all sorts of walks of life are getting great benefits from this, the health products and the business opportunity. And you can see these on advancinglifeintro.com every Wednesday. So thank you all. I encourage you to join the ASEA family. It's growing quickly. Get on board and make the most of your life. Have a great life, and wishing you the very best of health and happiness and prosperity.
Good night, everybody.